So, some good news. The hunters were able to make it safely to the old man's hideout out in the woods, so they're safe for now. Also, looks like our mysterious school teacher's finally opened up about where she's from. Let me tell you, it was obvious that no one saw that one coming. Not even me. But we got all the cards on the table now. Wonder how this will change their plans.
So, we've got one group that has to go snip some roses.
I'm gonna take Roz for that.
And then another group that needs to get... There's some, wildflowers, natural herbs that are nearby. I imagine, Annabelle, since you hike a lot, you probably know what some of them look like.
Okay.
So you can be in charge of that group while Roz is in charge of stealing from rich people's property.
I do want to use a move, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, just to set the scene, we're in the beat-up old truck, and we are driving into town.
I guess that answers who's going to do what. I was about to ask that, but that settles it.
Yeah.
Alright, so in my background, I am a fixer, and if I need to buy something, sell something, or hire someone, I roll plus charm. And when I roll plus charm, if it's a 10 or above, then I know exactly who they are, and they're going to be interested in it. And we know that, but we could make it that they are going to be cool with us taking roses. And then if it's a 7 through 9, you know the only person that can do it, but there's a complication, which is either you owe them or y'all have beef. And on a miss, you can only get it from somebody that absolutely hates you. So I just want to see what my relationship is with this person, see how Hock knows them, because I sure would love for it to be a 10 or above, so we could walk up there and just be like, hey, let me get some of them roses. And he'd be like, yeah, that's good.
I kind of want it to be a 1.
Give me the roll.
Yeah, all right. And that's a 10. So we have...
Aww. It's no fun.
Well, we can always find a way for me to fail something again later. It'll be great. But for right now, I'm telling Roz, as we're driving up, look, this is going to be pretty easy. Charles owes me a couple favors. Least he can do is let us snip some of his roses. So, when we get up here, we're just going to walk up to the door. I'm going to say hello. I'm going to ask him for some roses. And we're going to get roses. That's all that's going to happen. We're going to drive back to the cabin. Safe and sound. A whole bunch of roses. And I mean a whole bunch. We're going to ask for more than one. We're going to take as many as he'll give us.
So, okay. That's cool. I'm excited to get some roses. I really thought that I was going to get to be an espionage spy that got to sneak up and hide in the bush and then just suddenly, snip the rose and bring it back down into the bush. But you're telling me I can't do that.
Hock laughs a little bit, and he realizes, they've done crazier shit. He goes, all right, look. Charles owes me a few favors. I'm going to go to the front door, and I'm just going to talk to him. And then you take a big wide circle around the yard with the clippers, and while I'm talking to him, you get as many roses as you can, and we'll have a signal. When you're done clipping roses, what's the signal going to be? Can you whistle?
No, but I can caw.
That is ridiculous. He says, it's perfect. And they pull up into the yard, and it's way fancy. It's way fancier than either one of them got any business being in. And that truck, too, and it just looks silly.
Big, nice white house with just so many rose bushes on the front yard, and it's on this.
Yeah, and there's a long-ass, horseshoe drive, dude.
It's on a street corner, actually.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. It's a corner lot.
Mm-hmm.
So we pull up, and I look over at Roz, and it's like, you ready? Be careful. Make sure you don't shut the door too hard. And
I got this.
and Hock hops out, and he goes sort of loping up to the front door, and he knocks on the front door and waits to be answered.
Fill in for a lot of NPCs that didn't originally exist in this. It's fun.
Well, sometimes you got to make them up. All right, this is what happens. So the camera is up high, And it's up high because what you see is Hock at the door talking to Charles, and you can't hear what they're saying, but you know that they're talking, and Hock is just glad handing it. And then because it's an aerial shot, you see Roz doing this real cute sneaky thing across the yard and around the yard and to the rose bush. And then I'm gonna turn it over to you from there, but I like that as the establishing shot.
That is really good framing, Roz. Can I have you roll to act under pressure?
Ah, shit. I forgot which roll that was.
Plus cool.
Oh, okay. Not great. So it's good that we're friends with this guy, because it's a 6, which is a failure.
Kronk from Emperor's New Groove is kind of what I'm picturing.
Yes. So Roz, being very small, 4'9", has crawled across the floorboard of the truck to get out of the door that's away from the house. And oof, because she misjudges it, and she's on her knees. It's fine. She doesn't close it all the way because she didn't want to slam it. And is like, spy gadget, gets so excited to do this. Gets up to the bushes and is like, back to the bushes, has the little clippers, which I don't know what kind of clippers we've got, but my thing was a folding knife. Or my other thing, big knife and folding knife. So I've got so she tilts her head back and she goes to like snip, and I feel like the penalty that I take could be that I cut my hand and take a harm.
What are some of the other ways that go wrong if you...
I have no idea. I don't have that book open.
Hang on.
I can have that book open in just a moment. It doesn't say what happens under 6.
Yeah, and like there are harm moves. Because I'm like, I don't want to seriously injure Roz, because that seems a little much.
I mean, a harm goes away after a little while. A harm can be healed, and if we have 2 days. But like, I also think that Roz has been so hyped up about like having this big ass knife that the second you give her a knife to do something and she hurts herself is really gonna like. It really makes sense. If you want me to also get caught because I did fail, I can also get caught. But I think that I'm voluntarily giving myself harm on this damn knife.
You're kind of shaking a little bit with the excitement and adrenaline. You slice your hand. It's not super deep, but it does hurt. You're gonna need treated. You're bleeding kind of bad, so you're bleeding all over this dude's roses. And you look over and there's this person walking their dog and they're just staring at you.
Which maybe the spell calls for blood on roses. I don't know.
I don't know.
It could. But I'd probably be like, sup? Hi. Hi. Nothing to see. None to see. Don't worry. I'm fine. As blood is dripping out of my hand.
Hock can hear her talking and can tell by Charles's face that he also can hear her talking. Because, I mean, it's just right up the driveway and around it, like, to the side of the house. And so Hock goes, all right, look, Charles, I need to get some clippings of your roasted. Is that going to be okay? Do I need to roll?
Since you rolled to know them and you know them pretty well, it's like, yeah, what are these for?
Hock, without a pause, says, I got a hot date.
Ooh, very smart.
And speaking of, I probably ought to get going. Charles, it was real good to see you, and I appreciate the roses, and now you owe me one less, buddy. And they shake hands, like all smiles and whatnot, and Charles goes back in, and Hock goes around the corner.
Charles goes back in, facepalm's like, reminds me of this with facepalm. I knew that would come back to bite me.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, don't ask Hock Bailey for favors if you don't plan on paying them back.
So Hock, what you doing?
Hock then goes back around to the front of the house, and he sees Roz, and he sees that she's bleeding. He sees that she's like holding a sprig of roses in the bleeding hand, and it's like she's got the roses though, and so Hock's like, that's nice. She, carried through and everything, followed through. But he goes over to him and he holds his hand out for the knife. Does Roz give him the knife?
Yeah, Roz sheepishly hands over the knife.
All right, cool. And then Hock just goes over to the crotch of the limb, and he knows kind of where to cut it up to keep it from killing that limb, and cuts off a nice big piece. It's got like half a dozen blooms on it, or blossoms on it or so.
Carefully cut off part of the rose bush.
Yeah, absolutely. But with skill, like not like I'm not like gonna kill the plant. Like if you cut them at a certain place, it's okay. That's all Doug knows about it, but Hock would know more about it because he's old school, you know.
Gotcha. He's stolen roses before.
Yeah, exactly. And so he puts the knife like just kind of at his side, and he just kind of folds it behind his hand so that it's not poking out anywhere. And he then puts the roses over in that hand as well. So he's got this long sprig of roses and a knife in one hand, and he pulls a handkerchief out of his pocket and hands it to Roz.
Thanks. Wraps her hand. She doesn't know what she's doing. She just like wraps her hand up. Thanks. I won't bleed in your truck.
He'll try not to bleed in his truck. I don't know if you can control that very much.
In his head, he's thinking, wouldn't be the first time somebody bled in this damn truck. And so he goes, all right, well, come on. And they walk over to the truck, and Hock appreciates that she had left the door cracked so that she didn't make any extra noise. That seemed like a pretty slick thing. And so they get in the truck, and he looks over at Roz. He goes, not bad. And he cranks up the truck and makes their way back to the cabin.
And I guess we pan back to Darren and Annabelle, who were sent for some
Basil.
Queen Anne's lace is a thing everywhere. I want to say when Bart asked, at first he called it chickerweed. And at first you're like, what now? Also called Queen Anne's lace?
Oh.
It's just because they're these little like bite creatures that absolutely love living in Queen Anne's lace.
They also really love living in my skin.
I spent part of my life in Illinois, and I know exactly what you're talking about, and I had no idea it was called Queen Anne's lace.
That is
also,
good,
they are so painful.
There's also this one apparently called anise soap. It's like a purple flower. It's kind of cool. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, let's say you need to get both of those. I guess roll to investigate a mystery to see how long it takes y'all to find it.
Oh, good.
Just wandering around the woods.
What is an investigative mystery is sharp?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Since you're both going.
Wow. I will take an experience point.
Why? Why this? Why that?
What did you get?
What'd you get?
I got double sixes, but my sharp is -1, so I got an 11. I wanted to fail. I want to level up.
That's pretty good. Well, I think I leveled up enough for the both of us because I got a double 1. Two ones, snake eyes on the dice, and my sharp is +1, so 3. But that's not it's not gonna help us much here.
Annabelle, just give me another plus sharp roll to see if you notice Darren wandering off and getting lost.
I'm super lost.
6 + 1, that's 7, -1 is 6.
You don't notice him wandering off.
The 6 a fail or is 6 a mixed success?
I think 6 is a mixed success.
I think 6 is a failure.
Oh, is it straight up failure?
What is it?
It's a 7 when it becomes a mixed
7.
success.
Okay. Now I got that failure. Nice. Still one more before I level up.
So yeah, Annabelle, you quickly find the flowers that you're looking for. Go to tell Darren, and he's gone.
Darren?
I feel like Darren thought he found a flower up on a different ridge and ran towards it. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go check this one out.
Also, it's summer, so everything is covered in leaves, so it's really hard to see once you get a certain distance apart in the woods.
It's true. He thinks he finds the flower. Split screen. They both find. She actually finds the flower. I think I find the flower. And we turn hey, we got. And there's no one around. Oh shit.
Also, I might have a thing happen.
Oh, good.
I'm rolling a d6. Annabelle, your odds. Darren, your evens.
Okay.
Cool. So, Annabelle.
Okay.
As you're looking around, well, first, you see this Siamese cat. It's just kind of sitting there looking at you. And then, you hear these sounds of other people in the woods. It's the sound of two male voices talking. And that cat is staring very intently at you.
I stare back at it.
Do you do anything about the voices that sound nothing like anyone you're with?
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna see if I can either hear what they're saying or the direction that they're in. What do I need to roll for that? What do I need to roll for that?
I guess you could say that's investigate a mystery or read a bad situation.
Either of those will work. Are they both sharp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Read a bad situation. The questions fit better.
Okay. Well, doesn't matter. I got a 3.
You were asking for it.
4 minus 1. I got a 3. And I've leveled up.
I guess we need to be careful what we ask for.
Oh man, this is a good time.
Yeah, I'm like, because hard moves come with failures, and I've been really using those, so...
I mean, we're getting close to that final thing. Might as well.
Yeah, I feel like we're just gonna have like you've just been stockpiling them, and there's gonna be a shotgun blast of failures.
Oh yeah, the whole setup of us,
Or a literal
like
blast.
of
Yeah.
like us cleansing the Guardian and then dealing with whatever the anomaly is gonna be a small disaster. I'm ready.
We're going in with a lot of handicaps, and I'm very excited about it.
It'll be great.
Annabelle, you don't catch much from the conversation. They're talking kind of quietly, and you're also distracted staring down this cat that is starting to look very annoyed with you. Hear a stick crack not that far from you. Turn around, you see there's two people. Excuse me, miss. Are you all alone out here?
I was with a friend, but I think he wandered off somewhere.
Not a lot of people go hiking in here. How about I help you find him?
That's okay. You seem busy.
Have you noticed anything strange going on around here?
There's a cat that was staring at me.
You look back, the cat's gone.
Well, okay. I can't prove it, but there was one.
It was sitting in like a pretty clear area, and it's not there anymore.
I can't prove that it was staring at me. It's gone now, but it was, and that was weird. I'm normally not really a cat person.
She's an alien, not an angel. She can't be perfect.
Oh, at least one person caught the face I made.
Is Darren just hopelessly lost? Just like I'm like 6 miles away.
I imagine y'all like walking for like 20 or 30 minutes. You were going in opposite directions, like you're lost, but I don't think you're close enough to like hear what's going on unless you're like walking back, trying to go back and find her.
I'll let you decide how that happens, but I think if they realized they were separate, he would try to find her. Whatever you want to do with that information.
I guess I'll have you roll plus sharp to see if you can find your way back to her before I get back to the conversation.
Let's see if we can get another level up, shall we? Oh, that's an 11 plus 1. That's a 12.
Yeah, so you're able to trace back your steps, and then looking at the girl, you're like, oh, I see where you're able to follow her back. I imagine it maybe didn't take you particularly long to realize you were lost.
If I can't be in this scene, that's totally fine. I understand that. I just want you to know, Darren is trying to get back, and whenever it works for him to come back in, that's totally fine.
You're on your way to her, probably getting close as this conversation's going on. So, back to Annabelle, you notice this person, they have a device in their hand. It looks like it could be like a GPS or something. Just been getting readings of something strange going on here. Might be dangerous to be alone in the woods. Why don't I take you back to help you find your friend, or back to wherever your car is?
Well, I'll just retrace my steps. I don't think he's that lost.
This person seems genuinely concerned, but he's also seems distracted by whatever's on the device in his hands. Here, I'll just walk you back until you meet your friends, and it'll at least make me feel better.
I promise I will be okay. I'm tougher than I look.
I was like, I'm just gonna roll a d6, and if it's above a 5, that's gonna be around when Darren shows up. Got a 5. And Darren, you walk up, and you see Annabelle, and I don't know if you see the person that she's talking to. But yeah, you're just walking up, and you found Annabelle.
Oh, dang. Miss Annabelle. Oh, gosh. Oh, I been a while since I've been hiking out here. But I think I found the flowers for Dumbledore. And I think we're good to try to go back and, yeah, do that whole thing.
All right. Well, how should I try and play this? Okay. So what happens?
The man in the suit now seems very interested, and he is looking from Darren to Annabelle to Darren again.
Do I see the man?
Yeah, there's just a man in a suit. It doesn't look like the man you saw earlier, but the suit and, I think they had, a little badge paint of some kind, and it looks the same.
It's not the same person, but they're wearing the same uniform.
Basically, yeah.
Darren would definitely stop, and, I don't think he understands the extent of Annabelle's powers, but he'd be thinking to her very, very, very hard in the hopes that she would understand what he's trying to say. But that doesn't work. So I think I might try something kind of wild here.
Okay.
If he recognizes this guy, I think he would drop the flowers and...
Which were just a handful of daisies and some lavender.
Yeah, it's fucking daffodils. They're not the right flowers at all. I think he would put his hands on his backpack straps and just sort of look at this guy. And basically, I want to tell him my name is Darren Calloway without just being hey, my name is Darren. Because I think where he's at right now is he recognizes this is a bad situation. And he does not want them to get back to Hock's place. That's the one safe spot we have. So I think he would say something like, oh, hey, you were looking for me earlier, weren't you?
I certainly was. I think we have a lot to talk about.
He would give Annabelle a wink and be like, well, you didn't catch me that time, so I think my odds are pretty good. And I think he would just start to run, the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Of Hock's house.
Roll plus tough.
Oh, that's Darren, that is Darren's, not his cup of tea.
I was gonna say that.
Oh boy,
no.
that is a 7.
Oh.
So when Darren takes off, Annabelle's gonna go, well, that's my friend, and take off after him.
Let's go. This hike just became a run.
I was rolling to see because these guys travel in pairs.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 7.
So there was another nearby.
Mm-hmm.
He was just coming up, and he came up with the conversation. He also got a 7 to chase after you, so he's right on your heels.
Ooh.
Then can I do something, if you'll allow me?
Yeah?
Either one of two things. I don't know which would be cooler for the story. I do have nunchucks, and they're probably in my backpack. I either want to strike this person in the head with my nunchuck, or if they're grabbing at me, I will be willing to lose my nunchucks, ditch the backpack, run away.
This person is trying to grab you and catch you. But they aren't trying to harm you. They're just trying to stop you.
Oh, that's fine. Darren doesn't want to be stopped, and he doesn't want his friends to be found out, so keep moving.
Also, Annabelle, I need a tough roll for you, too. Ah! My D6 tried to run away.
Ooh.
Silly D6.
7.
Ooh.
He also
Awesome.
got a 7, so the second guy, the first guy's
No.
chasing you. These dice are incapable of rolling anything other than a 6 plus 1.
Oh no!
I mean, that is mathematically the most.
I got a 2, a
common
3,
number.
and my tough is plus 2.
Oof.
Yes.
I'm just straight rolling for these guys because I didn't build anything for them. is gonna run after and be like, "You're not in trouble. We just need to talk."
To Darren or to Annabelle?
Both. First one is yelling that. The second one just oh, that's the kid and he's running.
That's what someone who is trying to get me in trouble would say, and just keep running. Like, you're not making a good case for yourself, men in suits, men in black, whatever the hell your names are. What is your name? And he keeps like running away.
If they're heading in the direction of Hock's place,
He'd be moving away.
oh, wouldn't he would be going away? Okay, because I was gonna say like there could be a fun like we all meet in the middle and something pops off, but if you're going in the opposite direction, that's very different.
I'll do this. I'll do this because we already have established in the canon of this story that Darren is not good at moving around the forest.
Oh no!
I will roll sharp and hopefully level up on this one.
Oh man.
Oh,
What'd you get?
that's a 4.
Okay, so you are accidentally running in the direction of Hock's cabin, and let's rewind and then pan back to Bart with your work that you have going on, because I believe you're trying to summon a jackalope.
Yeah, Bart is outside of the cabin, found a nice patch of dirt, and has like carved a circle and started to carve little petroglyphs into all of the little spaces in the circle, similar to what he did in the garage when he summoned that like bear spirit, basically. Only this time it's like different in its construction, because the bear spirit was just a floating around nature spirit. A jackalope is more something from our world that got stuck in the spirit world and got changed by it, so it's kind of a different sort of summoning.
More targeted.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll magic and see how that works out. So let's add that weird.
But to blast your eyebrows off.
Oh no! I shouldn't have said anything about not failing enough, because I just rolled, even with my +2, that is still just a 5.
Oh no!
Oh, the effects.
So I was attempting to basically summon a creature or summon a monster into the world. It's up to you. There can be problematic side effects. There can be immediate unwelcome attention. I could just get hurt, like the magic can just zap me, or the effect is weakened. Like, it's up to you. What sort of horrible thing happens because I just failed?
I'm just seeing Full Metal, like they tried to bring back.
Oh no!
Gosh!
No. Is a weird area of effect something that could be a glitch?
Yeah, sure. That's fun. I like that.
Because I'm imagining that everything within a certain area just kind of gets slowed down.
Okay.
Love that.
Bart notices that.
Yeah. This may be something that's happened before. You know it'll probably wear off in about like 10 or 15 minutes, so it's going to be a really weird 10 or 15 minutes, because time is slowing down in a bubble.
Yeah, so the cabin's in a weird time bubble, and Bart's like, God, Germer.
Except slower than that.
Yeah, Bart is like sitting in the time bubble and just in a huff, but it's like a very slow motion huff.
Alright, so that actually works out well because Darren and Annabelle are unwittingly... I'm imagining, Annabelle, are you just following Darren, or...
I have figured out what my level up is. I'm taking Smite.
Yes, you are.
Casual smite.
Yeah.
So are you following Darren, or are you going off somewhere else? Are you about to smite this dude in the face? What are you doing?
I'm following Darren. So what Smite does is that my body and weapon always count as a weakness against the monster.
Oh, wow.
The Divine's really good, you guys.
Yeah, that's cool.
Serious.
This isn't the monster, though. This is just a dude in a suit.
Yeah, it's just a dude, so it's not a monster.
That is really cool, though.
Yeah, no, like, the Divine is really cool. What am I doing?
Aside from running, I feel like
Yeah.
since they're, like, right on top of you,
Uh-huh.
to do a lot of things, you would have to slow down. Also, you may or may not realize Darren's running straight towards the cabin.
Can I roll to try and see if I realize which direction we're running?
Probably bad situation.
Okay.
That's a good choice.
And
there.
Darren, are you just gonna keep running?
Plus sharp, right?
Yeah.
It's not good. It's a 4.
4 total.
Yeah. -1 sharp. So,
Oh no.
yeah.
Darren is just trying to move them.
Annabelle, you trip, and he's able to catch you. He doesn't seem to be trying to harm you, but he's kind of got your arms behind your back. He's like, we need to talk. And the sooner we have this conversation, the better for everyone. And back to Darren.
So Darren was just trying to move them away from Hock's house, but with the roll, he's moving them directly towards Hock's house. But if he noticed Annabelle got tackled and caught, that would change his plans drastically.
Roll plus sharp.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. That's 6. 1 plus 4. And with that, I level up.
I was about to joke we should make a drinking game where it's a shot for a time someone fails, but I feel like that get really bad.
We would be
With this one, it would be really bad. For the last couple, it would be pretty okay.
How do I want to play this, though? You, start to glance back to see if Annabelle's still there. You look back right as she gets grabbed, and you slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Instinctively, and so the other person's able to grab you.
That's fine.
Do I still have the flowers? Sorry, this is a random question, but did I put them in, a pocket or something?
We can say you put them in a pocket or something, so you still have the flower.
Okay, cool.
One of them's gonna say, we have another anomaly going on. I think it might be connected straight ahead. Yeah, the others might be there. We're gonna have a conversation.
I would like to try to use a move here if I can.
Okay.
I have a move called What Could Go Wrong? Whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, hold 2. You may spend your hold 2 to either inflict harm, reduce someone's suffering, or take 2 forward to give to another hunter. What I would like to do is the man in the suit who caught me, are we close enough to see Annabelle and the other guy?
I imagine y'all were about a couple yards apart, so you can still see her, but I don't know if you'd really be able to communicate super well.
No, that's fine.
I'm gonna say he yanked your backpack off earlier, so he's got his arms looped through yours.
That's fine. I think Darren would say, okay, fine. She has nothing to do with this. Take me. I will answer all the questions you want. Let her go, and we won't resist anymore. You got us fair and square. You didn't get me the first time, but this time you got me. So if you take me, let her go, take me, and I will answer any of your questions. And I'm hoping that this is a dangerous situation, and I'm charging headfirst into it without hedging my bets.
Define dangerous.
I mean, they're chasing us and capturing us, so it seems...
They are the man. It doesn't get any more dangerous.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but that is my plan. That is what he's trying to do.
I'm gonna say in Darren's mind, he is in a dangerous situation.
I don't want these guys touching me, or my friend. We've reached, maybe not DEFCON 6 or whatever, but she's on the ground and she has her hands forcibly restrained. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
He helped her back up, but he still has control over one of her arms, and while you roll that, I'm gonna pan back and he's explaining to you, we're tracing the source of anomalies and we think your friend might know something about it. We saw him somewhere he shouldn't have been.
Who is he talking to? Me?
The guy who has your arm is talking to you. We just need to talk, and the sooner information is shared, the better. And this person seems very earnest in this.
What would you like me to roll to try to get them to leave her alone and just take me? Manipulate someone?
Yeah, roll plus charm. Because you're trying to convince them.
That's my best bet. That's a +2. So it's a 5 plus a 4 plus 2. So 11.
Okay.
Is that the way that number adds up? 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Please, just let her go. Let her go. If you want me, that's fine. I'll talk to you. She has nothing to do with this. She's just a school teacher. Come on, let her go.
He's just gonna... Well, you can't really see him, but you feel him shifting, and he nods to the other guy. Yeah, just basically gives him the signal to let her go. But Annabelle, what do you say to the person who's talking to you? Does this have like a figure someone out roll?
Mhm.
Yeah. Was it?
I guess it would be investigate, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Lead a situation.
makes the most sense with the questions. Because investigative mystery is more monster focused.
True.
Bad. No. Nothing.
Oh, I get to choose a new.
Did get another experience point?
Yes, I sure did. I got.
Wow, we are just speed running this game.
Mhm.
We can only fail upwards.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I got a 3. Wasn't good.
Cool.
You're all in jail.
You don't know what to make of this guy, so what are you gonna do?
He works at the Waffle House. What could he possibly know about anything?
Ouch. But yeah.
I'm so sorry. That has the same energy as it's the dollar store. How good could it be?
Yeah. Yeah.
He pulls a picture out of his pocket, and it's a still from the lab of Darren just staring at the camera. He got closer to our base of operations than anyone has. Which means either he's incredibly unlucky, or he's looking into the same thing we are. And we need to know what you know.
Your base.
I want to see if you would be able to pick something up. Just as the divine, but I don't know if you would be able to.
I can take moves from other players' handbooks. So I could take an alien move. Like, straight up.
It would just, oh my god, it'd be messing with Roz, and it'd be great,
man.
and I love it.
I'm gonna do a quick peruse. We'll see what we got.
One thing you will notice is on his pin, and there's letters on it. Multae. It looks like an organization name, but you are not familiar with it at all.
You really don't want to hurt him. Prove it. Take me too.
Alright, we need to talk. We need to find out how much information spread. And he looks to his friend who's nodding at him to let you go and just shakes his head. Come on, our ride's this way. And he's holding on to your arm, not painfully tight, but enough where it would take some work to break out of it. And Darren, you see this interaction. I don't know if you might have heard some of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
As the other guy was trying to get his friend's attention to tell him to let Annabelle go, and then you hear Annabelle say, "Take me too."
Oh. Yeah. I mean, if she wants to come, that's fine. But yeah, honestly, she probably it mutter under his breath to be like, "I kick all your asses anyway." Like, he would look at Annabelle, and at first he would be like, "Oh shit, no, this is not." But then he would think about it, and be like, "Wait, hold on. No, she's fucking badass. Like, this is probably the best outcome."
The moment of, wait, no, if I'm gonna be incarcerated, I want to be incarcerated with a girl who can teleport.
Yeah, it's totally good. And I think at first, I mean, Darren's kind of a lone wolf and kind of does his own thing. His initial reaction would be like, "Oh shit, this is gonna go bad." But then after knowing that she saved him and like kind of getting closer to all these people, sort of opening up a little bit, and he would never say this to me, but he feels safer now that she's coming.
He's gonna say it by the end of this, I swear.
Nope, he won't. Darren doesn't love anyone but waffles.
Is Waffles your cat?
Waffles is a delicious breakfast pastry that he is very good at making.
Alright, so they start walking you back, and one of them is going to make a phone call. I'm about to pan back because I feel like the slow effect is about to wear off right as everyone else pulls up to the cabin. And they're walking you off, not in the direction of the cabin, and one of them pulls on their phone. "Yeah, let the boss know we're bringing the kid in. Found another. We don't know what they know yet, but we're going to wait until we're in a more secure location to have that conversation." Of course. And he hangs up the phone. And y'all are walked off to a car. I'm gonna say there's 2 cars. So you're putting separate cars.
That's smart.
As the cars drive off, you can see the other car, so I'm gonna say we might come back to that. I don't know where I'm gonna go with that, so this will be fun.
So, can I try something really quick?
Yeah?
I want to try and sneak my phone out of my pocket and text Roz the name that I saw.
Okay.
Very smart.
Yeah, definitely.
Roll to act under pressure.
Okay.
If my what could go wrong situation did that go off, first of all? Did it work?
I can't remember how that worked. I've already forgotten.
I think it did.
It worked.
Yeah.
I can give 2 forward, and I would have given it to Annabelle for sure.
Yeah.
So
Maybe you unintentionally provide the distraction.
yeah, for sure.
Does someone remember how forward works?
Well, I mean, it's the opposite of backward.
You add it to your next rolls.
Okay.
I don't know how long.
You just add a 2 to your next roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I thought so.
If it's a hold, you can spend it whenever you want to. If it's a forward, you have to do it on the next one.
Because it literally says take +2 forward on an act under pressure roll. That's the only thing I can give is act under pressure.
Well, this works.
Okay.
He's making noise. Hey, come on.
Are we outside of the cabin? Is that what's happening here?
Y'all are pulling up, but the place where Darren and Annabelle are being taken is not within view of the cabin.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
So
Yeah.
so act under pressure, that's plus cool, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. 6, 5 plus 1 cool plus 2 forward. I've lost myself in
Yes.
addition. 14. Yeah.
Just yes. On 12 plus, you may choose to either do what you wanted to do in something extra, or do what you wanted to absolute perfection.
Okay.
Is there another thing you want to do?
I just wanted to sneak my phone out and text Roz to look up this acronym that I saw on their badge. Or I could try and take a picture to send to her to look it up. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll say with that good of a roll, you're able to take a picture, send it to her, and then maybe slide it up your sleeve or something.
Yeah.
I mean, they're eventually going to ask you to hand over your phone, but...
And then delete the conversation.
And then they just put it in a box.
Nice.
Smart. You are able to do that, and they don't notice. Because that was very well done.
Good rolls when it counts are always nice.
Yes.
Back at the cabin, the weird slow effect is starting to wear off. No one has any idea what just happened in the woods. And I'm gonna say, as this weird side effect is wearing off, is around when Hock and Roz pull up, which might also be, actually no, I'll find a dramatic moment for the text message to click in.
Okay. Oh, hey, girl. Hey, sorry.
What the heck?
I fucked up the spell. I slowed time in a localized, but it's fine. I didn't get the jackalope. I had to try again.
Oh no.
Hey, wait. We were all supposed to meet up around now. Where's everybody else?
We were just in charge of these, and she hands over the bloody roses.
We didn't need blood for this ritual. That's only if I'm missing ingredients. I have to.
Yeah, this was not intentional.
Yeah, you should wash those off. It might be dangerous to introduce your blood into this.
It might be what?
It might be dangerous. It might create effects that we can't account for.
Okay. And Roz goes into the cabin to go rinse those off, but also to go through the medicine cabinet to find something to take care of her hand that's all bloodied.
Yeah, it's probably stopped bleeding mostly by now, but unless you douse that handkerchief in peroxide, you might want to get him a new one. But peroxide is really good for getting blood out of things.
As they go inside, Hop brushes past the conversation that they're having and goes into a cabinet in his kitchen. And on the top shelf, he pulls down a white box, and it's a pretty decent first aid kit. You got to figure this is his bug out space. But you also notice when he opens the cabinet that it is just lined front to back with canned goods. And he is clearly stocked up. And you see that there's bandages and stuff like that up on the top shelf, but he doesn't think he's going to need much of that, so he does hold the box down though and offer it to Roz.
Thanks. I also like ham and beans. And then she walks away.
And that gets Hock to thinking about how good some ham and beans would be.
It is about dinner time, so.
Yeah. So he goes, well, while we're waiting for the others to get here, reckon I may as well make us some food. And he pulls down 2 cans of ham and beans, and he looks at Bart, and he kind of motions to the cabinet, and he's like, what you want? And I'll tell you what's in there. What's in there is whatever you want to be in there.
I think Bart, not thinking or anything, just kind of flings it open. It's like, oh, cool. There's probably some like tortillas in there that are kind of stored in there because those last like a decent amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some cans of Spam. And I go, does the cabin have a fridge?
Yeah. It's fully like.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no. So I check in the fridge to see if there's any eggs.
And there's definitely eggs in the fridge.
All right. Okay, cool. We're doing breakfast wrap. I know it's dinner time. Sleep has been weird. And that whole time thing made it feel like a whole day had passed, so I feel like I'm getting a real breakfast mood. And once I eat, I'll try again for the jackalope, and maybe we'll get somewhere. So I figured out the spell we're going to use, and I flipped through one of the old books that's from the inside of the van, and it's like the Mantle of Shaded Feathers, and it's like this big bird that's kind of hovering over a person in the diagram. And like, you know how herons do that thing with their wings where they like shade over to trick the birds? That's kind of what the bird looks like in the diagram. And it's like, yeah, we're just going to... That way, this thing will kind of cover up Darren, and whoever doesn't participate in the spell will have an easier time forgetting about Darren, and that'll, help us with the whole being chased down thing. And then it'll wear off eventually, so...
You definitely have to have Darren there for that, though, you have to have him there.
Yeah, he has to be the center point of it. But yeah, once we do that, then...
My bike's still there.
We can make Darren's bike invisible. We all forget about it. But yeah, no, once we do that, it'll be pretty easy it'll take one annoying thing off the table, and then we can keep doing our investigation, but looks like we're just waiting.
Yeah, and panning over to Roz, where she is bandaging her hand, you notice about a minute or so ago, because you were distracted by your hand, of course, and you notice you got a text from Annabelle, and it's a picture of this weird looking lapel pin that has Multae on it, along with a question saying to look it up. And it looks like it's a picture taken of a pin that was on someone's jacket.
Yeah, so I'm finishing up my hand and I wonder how she got that picture. Oh no. And so then I run out to the living room area, and I'm like, I got a text from Annabelle to look up this thing. I'm going to look up this thing, but does anybody else think that's a little too close for comfort in that picture?
Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned next week to find out what happens next on Tempus Multae. If you don't want to wait, you can get early access to our episodes over at patreon.com/pseudonymsocial. If you like our show, please consider leaving us a review on your favorite podcasting app so people can know where to find us. We couldn't do this without your help. Season 1 of Tempus Multae was made in collaboration with Doug Hawley of Good Better Quest. As a prologue for a show that he will be doing in the future set in Oak Ridge's sister city of Jackson, South Carolina. Brianna Jean is the keeper and producer with editing help from Nikki of Beholder to No One.
I'm Casey, playing Annabelle Joyce, and you can find me on the Aboard the Opal Star podcast.
Hello, everybody. My name is David Tilstra, but today I'll be playing Darren Calloway. I am the Dungeon Master over at From Afar Podcast. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at From Afar Podcast. You can find myself at David Tilstra on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, that's about it.
Hey, this is Doug. I play Hock Bailey. You can find me on Twitter at DougGBQ or on the podcast Good Better Quest.
I'm Ian. I will be playing Bartolomeo, the Spellcaster, and you can find me on the Ballad of the Seven Dice Twitch channel, playing Weary in the Rise of Nyarlathotep campaign.
Hi, I'm Nicola, and I'm playing Rosalind Stollard, aka Roz. You can find me on Twitter at Nicola the Druid, or on Twitch as Druidcraft Productions, where I host Tiny Hut, a weekly show focused on education, advocacy, and charity.
Stay safe out there, dear friends, and always remember things are not as they seem.